So it's Honeydew Sunday afternoon, and this is my last project. It's a cabinet we're putting together. You've got all these instructions. I'm sure if any of you ever had to put a dresser together, a desk, a cabinet, closet, anything like this, the instructions sometimes have a need to be improved. And sometimes they're absolutely perfect. Now we got one just like this last week, except it was 5 foot tall. This one's only 32 inches. And this one's gonna go on top of the other one. So when the instructions came out and I looked at them and pulled everything out, separated all the parts and everything that came with it, the directions just were missing one little thing, but I didn't realize it until I was already done. And I had to take both sides apart, switch them, because the hinges, the screw holes were on the inside and the directions did not show that. Well, you don't always win with these kinds of instructions, and many times it's trial and error. However, I got to thinking, what if you could have an entire set of plans for your sales team? A set of instructions for what you need to do in the next 90 days, the 90 days after that, and the 90 days after that, to have the best outcome, to improve 10, 20, 30%. You know, there's a lot of changes going on in the business environment today. And I'm not sure that everybody's thinking about it in the right way when you're thinking about how is your sales force equipped and prepared for the coming changes. Predictions are inflation, obviously interest rates are going up, company valuations are going down. It costs more money to keep employees today. It costs more money to attract and hire employees, especially on the sales side, the really good ones. So I'd like you to think about, has your sales force have evolved to where it is today? Have you identified the right criteria to measure your sales force against? Are they prepared to deal with lots of resistance? Are they prepared to deal with increased pricing? Are they prepared to deal with increased competition? Well, what we help companies do is answer some very business specific sales questions about their organization. Where are the skill gaps? What are the challenges that you're going to face that they may not be prepared for? Is your sales manager prepared to coach up your salespeople? Do they have the capabilities? Do they have the skill sets? Do they have the opportunity that's created inside their work environment to continue to have this rhythm of coaching? Are they holding salespeople accountable? To what? Accountable to what? Are they the daily activities that produce the outcomes? Or are we looking at the pipeline that typically only measures proposals? Well, when you do that, you're really looking at backwards looking information. And to get the forward information, we've got to look at what are you tracking? How often are you tracking? What can you identify to track more frequently so that you will have the forward looking information so you'll know what the forecasting is. So for example, how much do you discount your forecasting? When your sales department gives you your forecast and you look at the next quarter, the next month, the next 6 months, do you order 100% of the inventory that's necessary? Do you prepare 100% of the labor that's going to be necessary? Do you have the right people to go out and deliver that? Or do you discount that a little bit by saying, okay, typically if the forecast is, let's just say, $10 million, do we plan on 7? Do we plan on 6? How much are you discounting that? When you think about the salespeople and what they're doing day to day, how many proposals are they giving out and what's the win rate? If it's not above 60%, we should talk. So there's a lot of things that people need to be thinking about in a leadership position in sales today for what's going to happen fourth quarter, first, second quarter, and third quarter of next year. There's a little tool that we have you can use for free. It's called the statistics tool. It's real simple. You have your team, pick out some of them, who you like, who's doing great, who maybe you think might need some help, and have them complete a questionnaire with us. And then we'll give you an overview and a snapshot of really where you're at today and where you can focus. We don't charge for that, but certainly we're going to do our best to help you see value in spending more time with us. And hopefully we can give you something that's of value for you. And you'll see that Sales Development Expert, we can help you in the long run get to where you want to go faster. Have a great week. Thank you for your time. Now I got to get back to these directions and figure this out. But we'd like to give you some directions and instructions to grow your business 30, 40, 50% in the next 12 months. And it is possible. We do it all the time. Have a great day. Good selling.